Welcome back to BNAC 361. This is our final week, final chapter. We're going to deal with chapter 13, which is called Current Liabilities and Contingencies. We know from earlier that current liabilities are those that are going to come due within 1 year, usually, or the operating cycle, whichever is longer. Now, the operating cycle is that if you think of a triangle starting with cash, cash becomes inventory, inventory becomes accounts receivable, and with luck, accounts receivable becomes cash again. That cycle is called the operating cycle. And sometimes, usually that's shorter than a year, but it can be longer. If you think about the wine industry out in Yamhill County, distilling, shipbuilding, there are industries where the operating cycle can be longer than a year. So the current liability is defined as liabilities due within 1 year of the operating cycle, whichever is longer. Typical current liabilities are accounts payable, which come as a result of trade purchases on credit. Notes payable, when you go and you borrow from a bank. Also, the current portion of long-term debt. And if you have a long-term debt, say, due in 10 years with regular payments, the portion of those principal payments that's due within the next 12 months is classified as a current liability. The balance is in non-current liabilities. And every other liability you can think of due within a year: dividends, salaries, taxes, and don't forget unearned revenue, which occurs when we get paid before we've actually earned the right to keep the money. So we set that up as a liability. That's usually a current liability. Textbook also deals with what are called contingencies, where there's probably a liability, but we can't really put a number on it. There's gain contingencies and there's loss contingencies. Also, the authors talk about other contingencies like warranty costs, where if you sell a product and it has a warranty, well, you're probably going to have some claims, but you really don't know what those are going to be. So you have to make an estimate. Same with things like premiums and coupons. Another contingency would be litigation, if there's pending litigation out there that you're subject to. So again, this is our final chapter, and next week will be devoted to the final exam. So this week, hit me with any questions you've got, either on the material or the assignments, and have a good week.